All right, this is part 3 of teacher training, and we're going to walk you through Gradelink. Gradelink is our school management system that we use. Parents use it, students use it, and teachers and facilitators also use it. So this is the Gradelink screen. We're going to send you, if you haven't already received your login credentials, you will be receiving them by the end of the week. When the screen pops up, our school ID is 1576. That's the same for all of us. And then you have a username and then a password, and we will send you the username and password.
If you can't remember 1576, if you type in TAN, you can then click on Tandem Dotsonville, and it'll come up.
I did not know that.
Yeah, because I can never remember
Okay.
the number.
Awesome.
2 years before the Declaration of Independence. That's how I was.
Okay, so now we are in Gradelink, and when your Gradelink loads, you're going to see the Tandem homepage. And we're doing something a little different this year. We're going to add links. The most commonly asked for documents are going to be available on Gradelink in a sidebar so that parents and students can just click that. Okay? Yeah, so make it very accessible. We haven't updated it yet. We're still in summer mode, so we're going to be working on that over the next couple of weeks. So let me just log in as a teacher here. And let's see. What was I going to? Okay, let's
If you log in as me, there's a
You've got a
extra
summer
grades in there.
page, don't you? Yeah. Okay. Okay, so I'm going to walk you through the bars at the top of the screen first. School news is always the page that's going to load. Everybody sees this. Parents, students, teachers, admin, everybody sees this as the first page that loads. Now, you as a teacher, when you click that Teacher Pages tab, you have one teacher page and a class page for every class that you teach. Okay? So, on your teacher page, which here it's announcements, okay, your announcements page, the lesson plan tells you to put your contact information. How do you want them to contact you? It can be phone, it can be text, it can be email, okay? And I encourage you to say, I'm not available on Thursday or Friday or Saturday or Sunday. I won't answer emails during this time period. Contact me during this time period, okay? You don't have to be available 24/7, all right? But just make that known. I would rather you make it known instead of just letting an email sit for 4 days, all right? But let them know what your schedule is and your preferred contact method, okay? So that's the only thing that's going to go on this announcements page. You know, maybe a funny cartoon. I logged into Rhonda. Rhonda had a really funny math cartoon on her announcements page, okay? Keep it generic, keep it fun, whatever, okay? And then you have individual class pages. And let's see, I'm going to go to Tom's Algebra 1 summer class. So your lesson plan will specifically tell you, put this on your teacher page. Put this, you'll cut and paste it, put this link. It directs you every single week in that preparation section what you need to do to keep your teacher page up to date. This is where your students and parents are going to go to get information on the class, to know what's coming up, to get all those resources, anything they need to be successful in the class. You're going to load onto your Gradelink class page, not your announcements page. Okay? Want to make sure everybody knows the difference. All right? So pretty straightforward. Do you have any questions about the class pages or the announcements page? All right, awesome. I'm going to go to SmartSend. SmartSend is the Gradelink email client. Okay? Gradelink SmartSend is one-way communication. You can send communication out to parents and students. They do not have the ability to reply through Gradelink. Okay? So what happens is you send out an email with the week 1 assignments. Susie has a questions. Susie got that email in her Gmail account. So Susie's going to go to her Gmail account. She's going to reply to the email that you sent through Gradelink with her question. Okay? And then you're not going to answer Susie in Gmail. You're going to cut and paste that email back into Gradelink and then reply. Okay? That's the only way we have an official record of communication. I can't tell you how many times parents and students tell me, I didn't get that. If you've done it through Gradelink, I can go through Gradelink, I can go in the history, and I can see every single email that has been sent since the start of Tandem. Okay? So that is why you never want to reply to an email from your personal email account, because I have no official record of that. Okay? Does that make sense? So whether it's a parent or it's a student, just reply through Gradebook. Cut and paste their email into Gradelink, put it in SmartSend, and then we'll have a record of it. Okay? So when you're in SmartSend, use New. That's how you create an email message. Now you can select the recipients. Over here you can select the entire class. So let's say Tom wanted to send an email to his summer class. He would click summer, his summer class. Now it automatically will be sent to all students and all parents. Okay, all communication through Gradelink goes to both students and parents. It's just a safety feature. Okay. Now, you can exclude somebody. Let's say he wants to exclude one of the students. Then he can type the name, or he can just select the student that he wants to, and then that student, that entire family, is excluded from that email. Okay? Because sometimes you may not want the entire class. It may just be 4 students that didn't turn in their lab report that week. Okay? And then if he wants to just send, let's say he wants, Debbie to receive a copy of it or whatever, he can type in Debbie's name and click her, and she's added to the list. If he wants his hostess to receive it, okay, she'll automatically receive it. Yes?
Are all of our contacts and classes and you guys already preloaded into that?
They are. Everything is there. Yep, yep. So most of the time, you're just going to email a whole class or just one student by just typing a name just like I did. Okay? And just know, anytime an email goes to a student, it goes to the parents as well. So, all right. Now you can also attach documents, and your lesson plan may say, send an email and attach this. Okay. So, you just go to attach. If the document is on Google Drive, you're going to have to download it to your computer and then upload it through Gradelink from your computer. So set up a Tandem folder on your desktop where you have all of your Tandem stuff, so you know where it all is. It's easy to get to, and you can just, operate out of there. Gradelink does save a draft. So you can go in, let's say you're working on Gradelink and the phone rings and you get interrupted. You can go back into drafts, and you have to let it load. It's really slow, but you would probably see that draft there if it's not been too long. So, and there's my draft right there. It's the first one. I can click on it and select it, and it's going to bring it up right where we left off. And so I can just take off.
Except there's a couple of key things that won't be there. You got to go put your
Yes.
email back in and a few other things.
And sometimes attachments aren't there.
But the bodies.
The body's there. Most of the text is there. Yes.
Yeah.
One thing about attachments, sometimes the attachments are larger. For example, the PowerPoint PDFs, they're larger. Make sure before you hit send, you give it time to load that PDF. And it slightly changes format when it is
It
actually
does.
loaded, because otherwise the kids will be all, we didn't get the PDF.
Mm-hmm. And a lot of those resources now, we've taken off of attachments. We've said just put it on the Gradelink class page.
Right.
So, yeah.
Okay. Yeah, my question was on the lines. If it's like a really big attachment and it's in Google Drive, couldn't we just send them the link to Google Drive?
Right.
But we could just.
We put it on the Gradelink class page, yeah. Because again, they can't argue that they never received it if it's on the class page. Because it's right there for everybody to see. So, yes.
Sometimes it's prudent to just do both. Like I found it where it's like I'll do both. I'll put it on the class page and send an email. Like, look, I did 2 things. There's no excuse.
Right. Yes. And so then there's another feature I want to show you, and that is the schedule feature. So if I'm going to send you Debbie, just a test message.
Okay. One more.
We're also going to talk about it saves, like the body of it, so you can send it again.
Yes, that's what I'm showing you. So I sent that message to Debbie. Now it says, do you want to send it again? And I'm gonna click yes, but I don't wanna send it. I wanna send it 3 days from now because I wanna schedule it so that another reminder. So I just go in schedule, and let's say I wanted to go out on the 6th, and I can schedule the time at 7 a.m., hit schedule now, and that email is automatically scheduled in Gradelink. It will send it out on the 6th at 7 a.m. Okay? So it's a great feature. If you want to send another reminder, you send an email and you want to send a reminder, I do that a lot.
Can you do it just like, if I create the email but I don't want to send it now, can I schedule it to send it later
You can.
without having sent it already?
You can. Yep, absolutely. So, any questions about this part of Gradelink, the SmartSend component?
I'm just wondering, when you're sending an email and you're sending it to just one student, can you just type that student's name in? Or
You
do you have to
can.
click on the class and then exclude all the?
Yes, you can just type a student's name,
Okay.
last name. So I just did Penn, and we've got Emma and Esther that come up,
Okay.
and I can select who I
Okay.
want it to send to. Yep.
And if I just select Emma, it will go to Emma.
It will go to
and
Emma.
her Parents.
No, so it'll just go to Emma. So if you select this, if you enter the student's name, you need to select the student and the parents.
Okay.
That's what I thought.
To make sure it goes to both. Yes, yes. Celeste.
And if you have a similar, like you wanna send something to Emma, and then you have a similar, you wanna say something similar to that to another student and their parents, it'll save it and say, you wanna send another one of these, and you can say yes, just like she
And you
did with
change
scheduling.
Mm-hmm.
And then you just change who the student is, and maybe, you know,
Name
dear,
and the
whatever,
body.
the name.
The
and
body will
body.
still be there.
So the body of it, all you gotta do is change a few little things, and you send the same thing again, tailored to that another student, because I've had to do that to several different students, but I tailored each email, but I didn't have to retype the whole email every time.
Mhm.
Really nice feature.
There are tutorials in that teacher training resources folder in your Google Drive class folder for how to send emails. Gradelink has great tutorials to make this stuff really easy for you. And I tell you, once you get first quarter under your belt, you're going to be a pro at Gradelink. It's very user friendly, not complicated at all. All right, so that's the SmartSend feature. Let's go into the calendar, which is the next tab on the side. So Celeste is in the process. Actually, she's gotten a lot of stuff loaded up already. She's loading just different dates. She's taking things from our master academic calendar and transferring them into Gradelink so that you can see information at a glance. So this is actually Tom's calendar, so it's pulling up quizzes and things that are due for his classes. It's populating that. So it will do the same thing for you, populate the things for your classes. Another great feature, it's got birthdays. It's got student and staff birthdays. So you can click on a birthday cake, and I don't know why that's not working. Let's see. There you go. So we can see whose birthday's that day. So, all right, and everything's color coded. You can see the coding on the side, different things. We're going to put everything out there from all of our breaks. When payments are due, when TFC tuition is due, when TFC add drop dates are, just all sorts of things are going to be on that calendar. So another place you can go to get information at your fingertips really quickly. So, yes.
Is there a fall break of any kind?
No fall break. Nope. All right, lesson plans. We do not use the lesson plans in here, so you will never use this tab, okay? Grade sheet you will use on a very regular basis. So you have a grade sheet for each of your classes. This is how you navigate between your classes and choose the grade sheet that you want to use. So if you're only teaching one class, you only have one grade sheet. If you're teaching 3 classes, you'll have 3 different grade sheets. And so you'll want to click the grade sheet. So I'm going to go to Algebra 1 Appworth. So this is the class that's going to start in a few weeks. You'll see that there are no grades there, okay? But you'll also see that all of the assignments have been loaded. Celeste does that at the beginning of every quarter. She lists every single assignment for every single class. So you don't have to populate assignments. All you have to do is go in and enter the grades, okay? Very simple. You can click on the assignment and see information about that assignment. Let's see, I can edit it. and that'll show me the due date, it'll give you the name of the assignment. If I go to description, and all of this is the same thing that students see. They see this exact same thing, because when Celeste enters an assignment, it populates across the board. Students, parents, and teachers see the exact same thing. If there's any attachments, those would show up. So all the assignment details are there. Again, that's one place you can access that information. You can get to it from your grade sheet. Now to grade, just click the grade tab, and then you can go in and enter student grades. All right. Now, one thing that we do at Tandem, we believe in mastery, so students always have a chance, not always, but at least during the first 2 quarters, they have a chance to redo their assignments, quiz, test, lab report, whatever, papers, and earn back half credit, half of the missed points. So when you're grading, you'll enter the first grade into Gradelink. So, you know, say it's a 60, you'll enter the 60, and then if you come back and you regrade it, you change the grade. Okay, so let's say they got, 100% on the redo, so you're going to up it to an 80. Then in the comments, you need to tell me that that was a regraded assignment. Okay, first score 60, regraded. Okay, because I often have students who are not doing well because they haven't done the redos. Okay, I need to be able to go to the parent and say, well, Susie didn't take advantage of the redo on 4 of the quizzes. That's why she's failing her English class. So I need those notes in the comments field so I can go back and say, well, Susie's not really doing her part here. We've given her every opportunity. She's not taking advantage of it. Okay? So you can really help me with that when you leave those notes. First quiz is 60, regrade an 80. That's all I need. Okay? So really, that's it for the grade sheet. It's pretty basic. Again, this is how you navigate it up at the top here. And generally, only the classes for that quarter will show up. At the end of the quarter, we give you 7 days to get all of the grades populated. And then we close out that quarter and shut down those grades so you can't see that grade book. And then the next quarter's grade book will be populated automatically for you. So. All right, any questions about the grade sheet?
It is a 7-day policy from when grades are due or done to when they should be entered in, like within 7 days, right?
Correct.
Yes, preferably sooner, but okay.
From when an assignment is due, collected, turned in, we ask for a 7-day turnaround.
Okay. I've had some parents that they'll literally like email me the very next day, like, where's the grade? And it's like, hold on.
Yeah.
Like, give me time.
We give you 7 days.
Yeah.
Yes,
I
yes.
tell them I do all my grading on Wednesday.
Yeah.
And put that on your teacher announcement
I grade
page.
on
That's
Wednesday.
great
It's not a bad
information.
idea.
Yes.
Grading is for teachers only, right? Facilitators for a college class.
You don't grade.
We don't grade.
You don't.
But she records grades.
Yes.
Also,
So
I do.
you're not
I'm
actually.
there.
So yes. So
Okay.
you are not actually doing the grading, but you will record the grades. So the students. Yes. So the students are instructed to send you their grades, and it's part of your lesson plan. You collect the grades once a week. And again, Genius Scan or another platform works great. Well, Genius Scan is the best for that actually. And they'll send you the grades. The lesson plan walks you through this, and then you'll enter the grades in Gradelink because they're getting high school credit and college credit. So we've got to document the high school class on the transcript, and that's how we do it. And so in the college classes, your lesson plan says for any student that did not turn in the grade that week, give them a 0. Okay, and that gets their attention, that gets their parents' attention. I tell you, without those grades, when we get to the end of the quarter, that grade is not reflected accurately on the high school transcript. So if they haven't turned in grades to you, we can show an F, but maybe they got a B in the class. But more times than not, if a student is not sending in college grades, it's because they're not doing well in the class. Okay? So it's our way to keep up with them and make sure they get the high school credit and to make sure they're getting a decent grade in the class. So it serves many, many purposes, for sure. All right, any other questions about the grade sheet?
The comments section,
Yes.
I know you mentioned that you need to see that, you need the information about regrading, but is
Mhm.
that visible for everyone? Do the students see the comments
Yes.
as well? Okay.
They do. Parents and students see the comments. Yep, yep. All right, so assignments is another way that you can go in and see all of the assignments. And so Celeste uses this portal to enter the assignments. You're not going to enter any assignments. She's going to populate all that for you. And so you really aren't going to use that tab at all. Assignment types, you're not going to use that tab. She populates all this on the front end too. So all that's taken care of for you. All you really have to do is grade. Activity log is another one. We don't use that. You don't need that at all. You will need the attendance. So every one of our lesson plans, first thing for the weekly lesson is to take attendance. Open in prayer and take attendance, okay? I need you to take attendance for a couple of reasons. First of all, if there were any kind of a campus emergency and we get out into the parking lot, we can pull up Gradelink and see where everybody is, okay, for every class period. So in taking attendance, you'll need to enter the date, and then it'll populate. Well, this isn't going to populate because we don't have attendance, but yeah. So going to add attendance, and so it has some settings so that you can automatically give everybody the same attendance by clicking it. You can just unclick. This is also where I need you to report any conduct, any problems in class. Okay? If Johnny is talking the whole class period, if he's been disrespectful, if there's any kind of an issue, I need you to document it in attendance because the parents see that as well. The parents see that as comments, and you know, it always just baffles me. We get to the fourth quarter and a teacher will tell me, I've had problems with Johnny since the beginning of the year. And then I pull up Gradelink. There's not a single note. There's nothing documenting that Johnny's been a problem. I can't go to Johnny's parents on week 28 when he's really bad and say, well, he's been a problem since the beginning of the year. Because then the parents want to, well, why haven't you told us? Why haven't we known about this? So that's why I need you to, in the comment section, tell me what's going on. Document it so that everybody can see it, so then we're on the same page. Okay? All right, so you'll only take attendance once a week, just the day you meet, and it's really straightforward, and again, your lesson plan is going to remind you to do that every week. So, yes.
So as a parent, are you getting like a weekly notification of this information, like if your child was in class and comments and things, or is it only if they go into Gradelink that they would see it?
So parents can set up alerts, and that's part of the parent training that we do. You set grade alerts, and you can set attendance alerts.
Okay.
So every time a grade is entered, within about 20 minutes, you receive that grade into your inbox. That comment, whatever, it comes straight to your email box. So. And we encourage parents to set those alerts every quarter because we're like college classes come and go, and so you need to add it and you just need to go in every quarter and do that. So, and generally we send out a reminder, and I think that's one of the things we're going to do a video about so parents know how to, but Gradelink does have a great video about that, how to set up grade alerts. But yeah, that's how you can in real time see how your students are doing.
But even in our 32-week high school classes, you need to reset it up every quarter because we close out a quarter, and then you need to set it up again.
So, all right, comments. We don't use comments. You know, don't need to worry about that. Reports. You might use this if you want to run a grade report, if you want to run a roster, if you want to run a birthday report. Okay. All this is here. You can use it, whatever. And then conclude. You don't use conclude, so that's nothing that you need to worry about. There is the teacher video right here at the bottom. Only the first 6 minutes of this video is relevant. It's a very long video. Because Celeste handles so much on the back end, there's not much for you to do other than attendance, grading, and communicating. That's it. We take care of everything else. So yeah, it's a whole course on Gradelink. You can go through it if you'd like. I recommend just start with your lesson plan and then follow along in your lesson plan when it directs you to different tutorials. It'll send you the tutorial you need to do the task that the lesson plan is asking you to do. So that's probably the easiest way. Let's see, any questions about Gradelink? All right, just making sure I've gotten everything. All right, so that concludes Gradelink Training. Thank you.